Alrighty, welcome to
SharkCow.
today we're going over one of our favorite films, one of my favorite films, um, Black Swan, starring Natalie Portman and Mila Kunis, and this will be a
Double blind.
understanding. Yeah, just a story review for Cal. So if you've never seen the movie, it's all right. You'll follow along, story time, and get a very at the end. So I just paused it.
Okay.
I kept that intro, but damn it, my Ken, are you all right over there?
Why? Are you laughing too much or something? Are you laughing? Oh, you are?
Oh yeah, you're fine to laugh. You're fine to laugh. I'm about to tell this fucking same story again. I didn't know if it's gonna be boring or what. Okay. All right.
Oh, you are, huh? I pay for that. You'll pay for that later. Hey, what are you cooking for dinner? Cow burgers? Fuck. Yes, I need some. Here, I got some for you right here.
All right. You're making milk for the cheese for the burgers. That's some weird cannibal shit. But hey, regardless. All right. Black Swan. So it's about this ballerina who is really good. She's up and coming. Natalie Portman. She's trying it out. She's got a lot of pressure. She's got a lot of pressure, mainly from her mom. But there's a lot of pressure from the studio. There's a lot of girls that are in contention. It's a cutthroat business. It's very competitive, and her mom has a lot of
A lot of sharks in that business, huh?
expectation. Yeah, it's cutthroat.
A lot of
You
sharks.
can smell the blood in the water.
From what I hear. Yeah,
Okay,
go ahead.
and
Move on. Move along.
move on. Okay.
Move on.
Then after that,
Sorry.
this director, he's trying to make a name for himself. He thinks he's all legit because he's had a lot of talented people around him, but he likes to take a lot of credit for stuff. So Winona Ryder is a little bit older of a ballerina, and now she's on her way out because she's not all young and cute anymore, but she is still cute.
Natalie Portman is cute.
No, I'm talking about Winona Ryder. That's why she
Winona
gets
Ryder?
wider.
Yeah.
And then there's a spot open for the new play, Swan Lake, which has been done over and over, but we got who? We got Natalie Portman. She's going to fill in. However, there's also this new, hotter, younger ballerina who wants to fill in this spot too. And she's mysterious and she wears black. She's got this crazy, like, feathery tattoo, and it's Mila Kunis.
Yeah. Okay, man.
So, anyways, Mila Kunis comes, and obviously Natalie Portman feels threatened by this because she saw what just happened to Winona Ryder. She's like, damn, I didn't know I was that replaceable. So regardless, she's replaceable enough to be upset about it, and she's repressed, and she ignores her mom's phone calls all the time. And then Mila Kunis comes one day and says, "Hey, you want to hang out?" And she's like, "I don't know, I don't really hang out." And she's like, "Come on, just have fun." And her mom's like, "You're not allowed out." And she's like, "I'm going out, mom. I don't care." And she goes out. She has a few drinks, and then she noticed Mila Kunis spikes her drink, and she's like, "Oh shit, maybe I shouldn't drink it." And then she gets peer pressured into drinking it. But then she takes MDMA and she starts going crazy and getting all sexual on the dance floor, even though she's repressed and she's never done anything like that except for when the director asked her to. It's weird. Okay? Everything weird, but Natalie Portman, she's a G. She's trying. She's a ballerina. She goes home and she takes Mila Kunis home and shuts the door, and they get all crazy and they're in there. And then for a second, Mila Kunis' face turns to Natalie Portman's face, and she gets scared out for a second. And then it turns back to Mila Kunis, and she's like, "Shit, you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's all good." And then so they got freaky, and then the next day, she tries to bring it up to Mila Kunis, and she goes, "I don't know what you're talking about. Did you have some weird wet dream about me?" And like make fun of her. And then so she's embarrassed from that, and the director's saying, "You got to be set to. You got to be more confident. You got to believe in your craft. You're perfect. You just don't believe it, and I need to believe it because it's showing through." And so she tries and tries and tries, and she's like super badass with it. And she starts to see all these weird visions. One of which she's like working really late at night and the lights go off. She's like, I'm still working in here. And then she chases a black swan, the one from the beginning of the film that she's dancing with. And then it goes into the back room and it starts having sex with Mila Kunis. And then they look over at her and she's horrified and she goes home and like cries about it. But then in her room, like a little feather peeks out of her shoulder where she's been itching. And
For real?
Yes, and it's like black feathers, and she like starts to freak out, and then she goes in her room, and her legs bend backwards like a swan.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, it's super creepy. And then her mom comes in and starts freaking her out, and it's the night before the big play, and she slams her mom's hand in the door, and fucking shuts the door, and then goes to sleep. And then when she wakes up, there's no freaking alarm clock. There's no freaking time clock or anything in there, and her mom's in there, and she's like, "What did you do?" She's like, "You're not well. You need to go. You need to get help." And when she says you need to go get help, Natalie Portman gets super pissed and says, "No, bitch, I don't need help. Give me the door handle." Pries it from her hands. Fucking says, "You are a mediocre ballerina. I'm the fucking Swan Queen. I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna do my performance." And she's gone crazy at this point. She had to deal with a lot of pressure and a lot of stress. They get there to the show. What's up?
That'll do it.
Absolutely. They get to the show. Am I going too fast?
No. You're good. I'm following.
All right. They get to the show, and it's freaking Mila Kunis, who's the alternate. She's already dressed up. She's like, "Why is she here? She's supposed to be sick." And then the director, goes into the green room with Natalie Portman. Is like, "Are you sick? Are you okay?" And she goes, "I'm fine. I'm ready. I'm healthy. You know I can do
Who's
this."
the Swan Princess?
She's the Swan Queen.
Queen. Excuse me. Queen.
The tragic queen of the story of Swan Lake. And
I've seen a swan on a lake before. Back on
me
the
too.
farm.
It was a black swan, and his name was Lucifer,
Back on the farm.
and he had red eyes.
You kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. At the Broadmoor Hotel.
Did you eat him?
No, but he was a fucking asshole, and all the staffers were warned about him. So I told the staff, and they're like, "Yeah, that's Lucifer. He's a dick."
So there's really a black
A
swan.
black swan that lives up there, and he's protected. You're not allowed to kill him.
Where at? I'm gonna check it.
Broadmoor Hotel.
Broadmoor Hotel. Check it.
Hold on. What's that?
Somebody leave it in the comments.
Broadmoor Hotel, the real black swan. Okay, but back to the damn story. She gets dressed. She gets ready.
Gotcha.
She's feeling the nerves. She cries a little bit, but she's ready, and she does the first act. She kills most of it, but at the end she gets dropped, and they go, "Oh, what are you doing? Oh, you fucked up. This is the final show. This is the practice. You were supposed to be the queen. What did you do?" And so she goes and she takes it really hard on herself, and she goes back to her dressing room to change for Act 2. And when she does, Mila Kunis comes and knocks on the door and comes in and starts berating her and saying, "It's obvious that you're not well. It's obvious that, I'm the better choice and I'm the alternate for a reason. So let me just go out there for Act 2 and they won't notice. Well, they will notice, but it'll be better." And then Natalie Portman is like getting really frustrated and she pushes her into the mirror. She pushes her into the mirror and then it breaks. And she falls on the ground. So she picks up a piece of glass and she fucking stabs Mila Kunis. And she fucking starts bleeding everywhere and she's dying. So she puts her in the closet. Blood starts coming out from under the door. So she put the towel under it and she fucking dresses up like the second act of the Swan when she embraces her inner darkness. And then they go out there and she fucking kills that set with the Black Swan. And everyone's praising her and saying like, "Bravo, you did amazing. You're doing great. Keep it up. One more act. You're killing it. You're great." And so then she goes back to her dressing room knowing what she had done and just being all in on this performance and not looking past it. She's changing into her third act costume. And fucking Mila Kunis comes in and knocks on the door.
No way.
Yes.
Thought she was dead.
No, she says you're doing a great job. You're having an amazing performance. And it's like some American Psycho type shit where it was all in her head. And she's like, all right. She shuts the door. She lifts the towel up. Boom, there's no blood. She opens it. No body, obviously. So she gets dressed. She imagined that. She Tyler Durden that whole shit like she did with the ecstasy trip. And she Fight Club that bitch.
Okay.
And then she looks down on her dress and there's a little drip of blood.
On her dress?
On her dress.
Oh, shit.
But she don't even care. She goes out there She gives a stellar final performance. She's giving praise from the crowd, all of her performers, and in the set, the finale of the show, she has to acknowledge the Swan, acknowledge the Prince, and acknowledge the crowd before she falls onto a mattress. She does so. She feels amazing. She falls onto the mattress. Her whole crowd and company and the director come and congratulate her. They tell her she's perfect. She's amazing. And then Mila Kunis points to her and says, "Oh my gosh, look!" And she's covered in her own blood.
No way.
Right
dude.
where she stabbed Mila Kunis, she stabbed herself. She Tyler Durdened it. And the director said, "What have you done?" And she said, "I played it through. I was perfect." And then it chants her name, and then it fades to white, and that's it.
What's her name?
I fucking forgot.
Yeah, I was trying to keep.
Yeah, we should look it up.
Look that up. Leave a comment.
It's Nina. So they chant Nina. And it fades to white, and that's the end of the movie, Black Swan. So what do you think?
I think it's pretty dope.
Yeah, me too. I love it. 10 out of 10. So
Calzoon tight.
yeah. Anyways, if you don't see the cow again, it's all right.
Hey,
Eat more beef.
hey, if something happens to me, I did not kill myself.